I never imagined that my curiosity would lead me to such a terrifying place. It all began when I stumbled upon an old, abandoned hospital nestled deep within the woods. The building loomed before me, its windows shattered, and its walls covered in layers of ivy. Despite the warnings echoing in my mind, I couldn't resist the urge to explore its dark corridors. As I stepped through the creaking entrance, a chill ran down my spine. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the silence was deafening. It was as if the very walls of the hospital held their breath, waiting for something. Or someone. I made my way through the labyrinth of hallways, each step echoing ominously against the faded linoleum floors. Shadows danced in the corners of my vision, and I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. But still, I pressed on, driven by an insatiable curiosity. I found myself in what appeared to be the hospital's old psychiatric ward. The rooms were lined with rusted metal beds, their mattresses long since decayed. The walls were adorned with cryptic symbols, etched into the peeling paint with jagged precision. As I moved deeper into the ward, I heard whispers echoing through the empty halls. They were faint at first, barely audible above the sound of my own heartbeat. But as I listened closer, they grew louder, more urgent. I turned a corner and came face to face with a figure cloaked in shadow. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and its mouth twisted into a grotesque smile. I tried to scream, but no sound escaped my lips. I was paralyzed with fear, rooted to the spot as the figure reached out a hand towards me. But then, as quickly as it had appeared, the figure vanished into thin air. I was left alone in the darkness, shaken but unharmed. I knew then that I had to leave the hospital to escape its sinister grasp before it was too late. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't find my way out. The corridors seemed to twist and turn, leading me in endless circles. Hours passed, or perhaps it was days. Time seemed to lose all meaning within those haunted walls, and still I wandered in a never-ending nightmare. At last, when I was on the brink of despair, I stumbled upon a door unlike any other I had seen in the hospital. It was made of solid oak, adorned with intricate carvings of twisted faces and writhing serpents. With trembling hands, I pushed open the door and stepped into the room beyond. What I saw inside will haunt me until the end of my days. The walls were lined with rows upon rows of jars, each one containing a grotesque specimen floating in murky fluid. Some were human, their twisted forms contorted in agony. Others were something else entirely, their features too monstrous to comprehend. And in the center of the room, seated upon a throne of bones, was the figure I had encountered earlier. Its eyes bored into mine with a hunger that chilled me to the core. I knew then that I had stumbled upon something beyond my understanding, something ancient and malevolent, and as the figure's laughter echoed through the room, I realized that I was not the first to fall prey to its twisted game. In that moment, I knew that I would never escape the haunted hospital alive.